Welcome to the channel, guys. I get a lot of questions from people that are looking to retire in the near future, maybe 2 to 5 years, and they want to look at homes and they might just find the perfect house and they wonder how they can structure that to be able to get the home even though they're not planning to retire for 2 to 5 years. So today I have my wonderful special guest, Josh Goldberg with Barrett Financial Group. And he is going to be talking to us about how this can be structured, the pros and cons of doing this, and ways that you can actually get this home prior to when you are planning to retire, and why this might be a really good idea for you to do that. So stay tuned. We will be right back. Hi, I'm Kelly Norton, your AZ Realty lady at eXp Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate. All right, guys, so welcome back. If this is your first time to the channel, quick introduction here. My name is Kelly Norton. I'm the owner of the Arizona Living Group, a Valley native and an associate broker here at eXp Realty. And I have been selling real estate here in the Valley for almost 25 years. And I work with Josh Goldberg of Barrett Financial Group. He takes excellent care of our customers. And I want him to be here today to go over with our viewers that may be retiring in the near future and discussing with you why it might be a good idea for you to purchase that home sooner rather than later. So I would love to introduce Josh. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Josh.
Hi, Josh Goldberg, Goldberg Group with Barrett Financial. Again, thank you, Kelly, for having me here today. Really appreciate it. So we are going to talk about buying now, second home versus investment properties. And maybe let's start there, because there is a difference between second homes and investment properties. With second homes, you can put as little as 10% down. 10 to 20% plus is usually the norm. You're getting a slightly better rate when we do a second home. And second home meaning is, hey, I'm going to be living in this home less than 6 months out of the year. I have another primary residence somewhere else. I'm going to qualify with the full mortgage payment. Whereas an investment property, you're putting probably 20 to 25% down, and you are looking at being able to qualify with an expected rent. Okay, so slightly different. If you can qualify as a second home and are planning on using it as a second home, we try to start there. But otherwise, investment property is very similar when it comes to rates and down payment options. So let's talk about the idea of buying something now versus, hey, I'm going to retire in 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah, and one real quick thing to interject here. A lot of times our folks will come out here and they'll fall in love with the community that's a new construction. It's not going to be around in 5 years. Yeah. So, it's important for them to know what their options are for now. And I know that you have some really positive reasons why now might be a good choice.
Absolutely. So, the reason that you would potentially look at buying now versus buying 2, 3, 4 years when you're going to retire. Number one, your income is likely higher now than it's going to be when you retire. So it's going to be easier to qualify and you can qualify for more. Big difference than potentially when you're going to retire. So that's number one. Number two, you are getting in the market now. Most likely that home that you're wanting now is going to be a higher price home in 2, 3, 4 years.
Well, and builders do increases as well.
Yeah.
I know a lot of our viewers like the new construction homes too. And the builders are usually doing some type of a price increase. Sometimes it's every couple homes they sell. Sometimes it's, maybe every few weeks or every few months. So you're getting that built-in equity as you're waiting for your retirement too.
Yeah, and I think there's the idea of, hey, we can have that conversation now. Let's get you ready now. It's a lot easier to be ready than to get ready. Right? So let's get ready. And that way, if you do find the perfect home, whether it's a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, a new build that will be built in a year, you're ready to go. And then it's just, they're working with you. Are we finding the right house? Do we need to look at something else? We can save for down payment if that's a thing. And it's the idea of let's figure this out sooner rather than later.
Right.
Yeah. I love the idea of having a plan in place, and then we can pivot. There are variables and nuance, depending on the person, and we just want to get them in the best position possible so that they can make really good decisions moving forward, know all the information that they need to make that decision.
Perfect. What would it look like if somebody wanted to buy the home and they, wanted to maybe rent it out for the other half of the year?
Okay.
Would that still be okay for that to be a second home? Or
So
would it not be able to do that?
yeah, so I will say it this way.
I'm asking the questions they're going to ask me.
Yeah, you're qualifying as a second home. You are actually signing something at closing saying that your intent is not to rent it out. So I would say if your intent is to rent it out and maybe be in the house some and rent it some, then buy it as an investment property. Qualify as an investment property. Again, it's going to be similar down payment and similar rent or similar rate. So I would just advise to do it that way. But we would talk through that too. Like, hey, what are your real intentions here? Let's talk through this year, next year. What are you looking to do? And then we put a plan together that makes the most sense for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Josh, I know with a lot of our clients and them planning their upcoming moves or their retirements that there's certain things that they're really trying to think of. They're trying to plan for the now or the later, which we talked about.
Yeah.
And really, I think that the most important contacts for them to have is obviously a financial planner. If you need one, let me know. We can set you up with that. But there is a lot of thought that goes into buying that retirement home. And speaking with a realtor, speaking with a lender, and also a tax person, because you'll want to get with someone that is a CPA and a tax professional in Arizona. You might be able to discuss an inheritance tax benefit for purchasing homes in Arizona. Now, as a real estate agent and a loan professional, we are allowed to give tax advice. So again, this is why we would put you in contact with the right professionals so that you can really look into the benefits of purchasing your home in Arizona versus other states. A lot of the clients are thinking of, here versus Colorado versus Texas, Florida, Utah, Vegas, so there's a lot of benefits to purchasing that home in here in Arizona.
And getting with a really good team that can give you the right advice, give you confidence, clarity, and peace of mind in the decisions that you are making, both now and moving into the future. It's a big deal. You're moving states or you're buying in a different state, and having the right professionals working for and with you, it's such a benefit.
Absolutely. So if the viewers want to get a hold of you, Josh, and ask some questions about whether or not they should do this purchase now and have you go through everything with them so that you can give the proper guidance, how can they get a hold of you?
Well, you can reach me at 480-510-6350. That is my cell phone, text, call. Always glad to be a resource for any of Kelly's amazing clients that she works with. And just a reminder too, because we have people that are really concerned about the rate environment, right?
Yes.
I'm waiting for rates to get lower.
Right.
For any of Kelly's clients, if you purchase with us, we are doing a free refi for the next 2 years. So you can buy the house now, and if you think rates are getting lower, fantastic. We're going to refi for you for free. And if they stay the same or they go up, then you'll be really happy that you bought when you did and got the price that you did.
Right. Exactly. So guys, if you have any questions for Josh, then feel free to reach out to him. I thank you so much for watching the video today. Remember, subscribe to the channel and click that little bell. That way you are notified when we put up new videos. And the website here is ArizonaLivingGroup.com. You can hit contact us to schedule a discovery call with me. And you can also call or text. It's the best way to reach me. And I would love it if you could put something in the comments. If you have a video topic or idea or question about the market, maybe a question for Josh, put it in the comments. That way we can address it and we'll do a whole video on it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and thank you, Josh, for being here. And we will see you next time.